guys, I'm back, and I am here with another reaction to one of Tank Engine 97's films. Enjoy.
It was a busy time on the Forest Light Railway. There was to be some 1940s events for 2 months, and the engines were working hard to get everything ready. Railway staff and volunteers dressed up in clothing that would have been worn in that period of time, and old wartime stock, such as gun barrels and aircrafts, were put on display at different stations. On the day before the first event, Pavan was waiting at Apple Green Junction for the signal to change when Samantha boarded with a train of army-themed wagons.
Hello, Pav. Looking forward to the events?
What's wrong with Pav?
Are you alright, Pav? You look very...
I'm fine. I've just got a lot on my mind at the moment. I'll see you later.
And Pav steamed quickly away once the signal had changed, leaving a very confused Samantha behind. As the days went by and the events got underway, many people who came to the events found them very enjoyable. A lot of them found it interesting on what role certain vehicles played and what they looked like. But during that time, Pav stayed silent whenever he stopped at a station, especially when he saw an aircraft or someone in a soldier's uniform. This unusual change in behaviour was soon noticed by the other engines, and one evening they held an indignation meeting in the sheds.
In all the years I've known him, I've never seen Pav act like this before.
It's definitely out of character for Pav. I wonder why he's acting like this now.
Indeed.
When I saw him at the junction the other day, he just looked at me after I asked him if he was looking forward to the events.
Were you delivering some army-themed stock that day?
Well, yes. Why do you think it's got something to do with Pav's recent behaviour?
I think we're about to find out.
When Pav backed into the shed, he immediately could tell all eyes of the others were on him.
Let me guess. You all want to know why I've been acting differently these past few days?
Yes, of course. We've never seen you like this before, Pav, and we think it has something to do with the recent events.
I haven't spoken about this to anyone before. I'm sure the only thing you already know is I was part of the ROD, as my page shows. But there were some parts I never talked about, mainly because they were too painful to bring up and I didn't want revisiting.
And the engines quietened down to listen to the story.
In 1915, the Railway Operating Division was formed by the Royal Engineers to operate railways in the many theatres of the First World War. I was one of many engines that worked for them as a shunter, arranging trucks loaded with supplies for the troops. Back then, I wasn't as wise as I am now. I was young and a bit cocky too, but was eager to please like any newcomer would. On top of that, I worked alongside another engine. His name was Robin. He was older than me and had joined the ROD long before I did, but the two of us got to know each other and became fast friends. We would shunt any type of wagon and taught me everything I need to know, until one day.
Number 8 and 5027, I have a new job for you. The engine who usually takes the trains to the front line is broken down, and the both of you are the only ones available. Can you do it?
Yes, Sergeant.
Anything for King of Country.
So with that, Robert took the front, I took the back, and we headed off. As we steamed along, the sounds of explosions and gunshots could be heard in the distance as we got closer.
Prepare yourself for what's up ahead, Pavan. I've heard from other engines that the battlefield's another pretty sight.
Okay, that's what I'm afraid of. I was beginning to feel scared. What horrors could be up there? As we were just crossing the bridge to get to the front line, it happened. What was that?
Back, Pavan! Back!
What in the world?
Just do it!
Robin!
no! Robin! No!
Stupid.
Hello, Moto.
That was bad. Really bad.
So, what happened?
The Germans had placed a bomb under the bridge. When Robin set wheels on it, the bomb detonated and he went down with the bridge. I went forward to see, but all I saw in the ravine was smoke and rubble. Robin was lost beneath it.
Oh, right.
When the war ended and I went to work for Southern Railway, I thought I could let go and move on, but that memory still haunted me. I wish I could have done more to save Robin, then he would still be here. But at the time, I couldn't stay in the past and had to continue with my own working life.
The sheds fell into silence. No one knew what to say. Yes, they got all the answer to Pav's behaviour, but in turn had revealed the loss of a friend. Not another word was spoken for a moment, until Dom broke the silence.
Pav, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for your loss and the horror you had to go through. We now fully understand why you felt the way you were.
The recent events must have brought back some of those memories. I'm really sorry for what's happened.
Don't blame yourself. I'm the one who should be sorry for being cross and not telling you sooner. You're all good friends, and I owe it to you for so long. Thank you for understanding.
I think Robin would be very proud of you. His memory still lives inside you, Pav, and you have continued to this day to prove yourself a reliable locomotive, both in past and present.
Everyone wholeheartedly agreed, and Pav smiled for the first time in days. Revealing the past can be a sensitive and difficult thing to do, but in the case of a war veteran and a fallen friend, it was a release. And from that day afterward, the engines of the Forest Light Railway all now had a deep respect for Pavan, the SECRP class.
Ooh, jump scare. Somebody tells me that this is next going to be about Dom.
There had been a strange change with Dom recently. Over the last couple of days, he had remained quiet and didn't seem to be saying a word to anyone. Sometimes he would sit in the sidings at the junction, depressed and alone, even overnight. This was starting to worry Pav, so one day he took it upon himself to talk to the Huntsman.
Are you feeling all right, Dom? You've been very quiet and hardly spoken to anyone.
Yes, Pav, I'm fine, just preoccupied at the moment.
And does sitting around alone and looking like you've been thrown on the scrap heap?
He took it upon
Sorry
himself
about that.
to talk to the Huntsman.
Are you feeling all right, Dom? You've been very quiet and hardly spoken to anyone.
Yes, Pav, I'm fine, just preoccupied at the moment.
And does sitting around alone and looking like you've been thrown on the scrap heap count as preoccupied?
Well,
Dominic, if there is a problem, you can tell me.
Indeed.
Dom looked over at the P-class. Whenever his full name was used, he knew it was serious.
Actually, Pav, something has been troubling me. I've been having nightmares lately, and they've been reminding me about something. Something I thought I could move on from, and forget.
Is there any chance you could tell me about it?
I guess sometimes it is really
If
hard
you don't
to
want
move on.
to, then I...
No. I will tell you, Pav,
Especially if it
but only
traumatizes you
because you
deeply.
asked.
And this was the story Dom told.
before I came here, I worked in the small marshalling yard of the region, shunting trucks about and rearranging others, that sort of thing. It was an alright sort of life to begin with, and I was happy. But that quickly changed when she started. What the?
Gotcha, Tom.
Why did you do that for, Taylor? You're gonna got me off the tracks.